Welcome all. Welcome to the In the Bank podcast. My name is Jackson Fanger. This is my cohort, my co-host, my guy, Rohan. Rohan, how you doing today?
All right, you kind of that transition there was like sounds like you're about to give me some vows, but I'm doing great, dude. I'm still so fucked up or still hungover, but
You're hungover?
we're chilling. Yeah, I have a little headache. I'm
What
just
time did you wake
drained
up?
from energy. Like 12:30, maybe 12 around there. How about
Same.
you?
Same. I woke up at 1 o'clock. I was like out of bed at 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
which is, yeah, I'm getting old. But we went and saw Andrew Schultz last night in Phoenix. Stand Up Live, great venue, great hour by Dr. Schultz. Really fucking funny. Highly recommend if you haven't seen him live, go check it out. It's a good hour. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. I thought I know Mark was there too as his opening act, so that was obviously it was cool seeing the Flagrant cast or a part of it there. But dude, Schultz was a different story. The one thing I hate, the thing that sucked though, bro. I know I was talking about this yesterday. Was like seeing somebody have like the front two seats and get kicked out. You know, like
Yeah, that guy
got
smuggled
kicked
a
out.
fifth of Jack in there.
No, he smuggled the whole bottle. He smuggled the whole
That's
bottle
a
in
fifth.
there.
Yeah. That was a fifth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He so he's up there and like Mark was like when he got off before he brought Schultz on was like he's like, dude, you need to cool it. You know what I mean? And then Schultz came on and he took the fucking fifth and he's like, how'd you get this in here? On top of a 2-drink minimum. I feel you know who I feel bad for is the lady he was with, man. Like having to walk out with his drunk ass. It was
That's
kind of
like
a bummer to watch.
A part of me, like, because they were like front row. A part of me was like I wanted to grab dibs. Like I was like, maybe like those two seats. Like, it would have looked kind of cheap, but I was like, dude, like I'll be quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was pretty I've never seen I mean, it's not like I've been to a million shows or anything, but I've never seen someone get like thrown out.
When we went to Theo Vaughn, they should have thrown if Ari if he didn't tell that one girl to shut up who was sitting right next to us, she may have gone thrown out because she kept yapping the whole fucking time in the two opening acts.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember
It's
that.
just I do, yeah. It's honestly just part of the fucking I feel like you get a like stand up lives it's 700 people, the Orpheums it's like 2,000. Like you're going to get some dipshit who's going to, you know what I mean?
Even past big comedy shows. Remember when we went to Casey's Woodshed to an open mic? There was that one lady who was just screaming "not
Yeah.
funny" at everybody.
Yeah, with the cans. She had some cans on her.
Bro, what were you looking at, dude? That I don't
Dude,
remember
she was like 60 years old, had these cans in a super low cut shirt. Like she was trying to bust her things out of her shirt. It was the saddest thing because she was like blasted at this bar at a Wednesday night, like 60 and single, like heckling at open mic comics with her tits falling out of her shirt. It was so sad.
Dude, what does it have? Being 70 and going to a bar, that's a sad scene, man. That's a really
On a
sad
Wednesday
scene.
night.
Oh, yeah.
On a Wednesday night. What are you doing?
Do you think
She
there's going to be
sucked.
a...
I remember her.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be a lot of OnlyFans women who are going to like be 70 and single like that? Maybe she was like an OG OnlyFans model back in the day.
I think
just no one wanted to
everyone's
wife
single.
her.
I think so. Everyone's saying like we have too many people. I think really soon we're gonna have not enough people because like nobody's fucking anymore. You know what I mean?
You've not been in India, bro. Everybody's fucking
right,
there.
but right. But like that's India.
So you're saying in the United States we're going to have a population decrease?
Probably, yeah. I mean, and like it's like the India might too, because like you poop one of those kids out, it's gonna starve pretty quick. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, they've been surviving for a quick minute. It's not like.
Yeah.
How about China? Is there any regulations with breeding laws there?
There used to be. They used to have a one child thing. I don't know if that's still a deal.
I think they just limit that to the Uyghurs. I think they only say you guys can't have any
Well,
kids.
the Uyghurs is no children. They're pretty strict about that. They'll cut your dick and balls off.
Are they seriously? They don't let them have kids?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, they get like castrated.
What are we doing? Are you serious?
Right.
What else?
America's an unjust country. No, I'm dead serious. Like I'm not. This isn't even a bit. Like they castrate Uyghurs.
Wait. So what are they? So they're actually in camps, right? Like, and no one's talking about it.
Like internment camps. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like making our iPhones and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but the biggest threat to society is racism in America. You know what I mean?
Is racism in America the biggest threat right now? Because we were at racism, we were at Ukraine. What's the new wave right now?
Yeah. Well, yeah. First it was the common cold. Then it was racist cops, and then it was the Ukraine. Biden said the biggest threat to America right now is white supremacy, I think.
So that's what we're leaning on right now. I don't know, but people don't
Yeah.
listen to Biden like that. Like, he doesn't have that kind of juice where it's like...
Dude, that's a sad thing, is someone who's like still on the Biden train. Like I see him on Twitter every once in a while, and they're just choo-choo on that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Just like, dude, come on.
Dude, Trump might get paid. He has to pay that woman like $5 million for like that like
nuts.
settlement. Yeah, like let's even say he did it, right? Let's hypothetically assume he did it. I don't know if he did it or not. He's like, he still might beat Biden if like it was conclusive he did it. Like, people do not like.
Here's the thing. So on two different things, right? Like one, if you're on the Biden choo-choo train still, like get off. It's okay. Like you don't like if you voted for him at first, like I get it. Like you don't like Trump, like I get it. You know what I mean? I really do. But like at this point, get off the train because the conductor has Alzheimer's and it's not a good. You don't want to be on that train.
It's a bad train.
On the second thing, so I read this on Twitter, so you know it's true, right? But I read the reason he's paying her is because so they found him innocent of whatever it was. Was it like fucking sexual assault? Yeah, I don't even know. So I'm a great source to listen to because I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But what I heard is he was found innocent of what they were trying him for. And then, but the reason he's paying her is because he defamed her by saying she was lying about him, even though she was lying.
That's chump change for Trump. The thing I liked about that case was when in his deposition video when he said she's not my type, I wouldn't do that. I think that's fucking absolutely hilarious, bro. To say that, like, I wouldn't do it because she's not my type, bro. That's an insanely funny statement. That's an insane statement to make in general during a fucking deposition, bro.
Yeah, dude. I wish, dude. Because I don't know, like, however you feel about the guy, very wealthy, was the president of the world, right? Makes sense that he's got a lot of confidence, right? I think, but so I didn't tell you this yet. Some people have too much confidence. Like, I was in the Uber on the way back home, so we dropped you guys off, right?
Yeah.
And it's just me and the driver, and so me and her are talking, and it's kind of awkward. Like, she wants to keep talking, but like I don't want to really. It's fucking 2 a.m, right? And I want to go home and go to sleep. But she keeps talking, so I'm talking to her. And at one point I asked her, I didn't know what else to ask her, so I was just like, so like, do you like, what do you do? Like, do you like to go out, or like, what do you do for fun or whatever? And she's like, I'm just really like a hustler. Like, I really just like, I just care about, I think she said like making fat stacks. She said, I'm just about making fat stacks, right? And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. As she's driving us in her fucking minivan, right? Which, hey, no judgment, right? but okay, what are you talking about, lady? And then after that, unprovoked, like I didn't ask. I just go, oh, that's cool, like good for you. And then she just goes, yeah, I make about like $5,000 a week. And I was like, oh, great. And then I'm drunk, right? So that didn't hit me fast enough. But like a couple minutes later, I realized that's like $240K a year that she says she makes driving, right? And so I kind of pipe up. I'm like, wait, you make all that driving? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, bullshit, you do. Nobody makes that.
Yeah. What are we talking about, bro?
And so I'm like drunk and I'm fighting with this woman about how much money she makes driving. And she's like, I have very like good clients. And I'm like, and I said, you drive them around in this minivan and they pay you $240 a year. And she's like, she got kind of mad at me after that. But like we were fighting about how much money she made. So that's who I am, I guess, is I fight people. I fight drivers about their income.
Very enlightening. Yeah, no Uber driver is making $240K a year.
I mean, if you are, more power to you, but bullshit is what I call it.
No,
Like,
you're not doing that. You got to be driving you $240K a year, you're driving the president around. Right.
that's what I was telling that's what I told her. I was like, who do you drive around? Fucking Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
She kept talking about her clients. And she's like, no one like that. And I'm like, okay. Like, how many clients do you have? Do they need to be driven every day?
Yeah, women lie a lot. Speaking
Yeah, which I don't get. Yeah, it was weird, dude. Anyways, keep going.
Speaking of women, actually, I don't know if the woman lied in this case. Jackson Mahomes, he got out of jail off of bond. There was like that video of him leaking where he like grabbed that girl and like kissed her, and then she viewed it as sexual assault. He innocent or guilty? I believe he is guilty. He's a threat to society. Let's keep him locked up. Don't release him. Do not free him.
There's a video of it.
I don't need to watch it to know. Keep him in there. You know what I mean? Keep him keep him in the pen. Unfortunately, he got out on bond. But I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen there with him?
I don't know. Well, there's a video of it. He'll probably get like a slap on the wrist. I don't think it'll be anything
You think so?
weird because it's like, yeah. Well, it's
City
weird
was it
'cause
in?
usually I think it was in Kansas City.
I don't think the jury's gonna like him there.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, usually when you get these cases of like, sexual assault or whatever it is, it's you have the stereotypical profile of a toxic white male, right? And then this one's unique because Jackson Mahomes, I thought he was gay as fuck until this happened, right? The most surprising thing about this case is the fact he did it to a woman.
Yeah.
Truly. Like I saw the headline. It was like Jackson Mahomes assaults woman. I was like, wait a minute. No way.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy to me. And we'll see how a flamboyantly metrosexual guy, gets tried in one of these cases because I can't think of another example. Like the closest thing was when Chris Brown beat up Rihanna and he kind of like had to go away for a little while.
Well, Tory Lanez is going to be facing like 20 years or something like that. His like appeal got denied.
Does he act
again.
gay?
I mean, he's 5'5".
I don't know enough about him. So you're saying like he's a power bottom or something?
Might be shit. He wears skinny jeans.
Starting to check some boxes. Does he go like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. That's checking boxes, dude.
Yeah, that's a gay man right there.
Yep.
That's a gay man right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, The funniest thing in the case for me, honestly, was so I don't know if you saw this, but when he was leaving the courtroom, some guy said, "If you were a real black guy, you wouldn't have gotten out by now." To me, that was an elite saying right there.
So he's saying, like, well, I mean, Deshaun's running free.
But
I don't know if
Deshaun
he's got a
didn't get
basis for that.
Deshaun didn't get caught on video doing it. That's the difference, though. Like that wasn't, and he was. It was like a civil thing for him.
Yeah.
He didn't get tried in an actual court.
Well, I think he was, and they found him innocent. I think.
I don't know if
I think it's like
no,
an
no,
OJ thing.
they didn't find him in it.
Oh,
Well,
you're right.
OJ
They knocked down the charges. They knocked down the charges.
Yeah.
You're right. I got it confused with OJ.
So
Sorry,
yeah,
black football guy misbehaves. I put him in the same box. Not a racist. All right. But,
yeah. So then, to clarify, yeah, OJ
okay, you're right. You're right.
OJ was found innocent, but Deshaun there was not enough evidence, so they couldn't actually try him. So they only did civil
Right.
suits.
Right. Correct. You are correct. Yep.
Yeah. How does Patrick Mahomes like go about this? Like, does he, like first of all, his brother's already like kind of zesty. Like, how do you defend him?
This joke's been made before, so it's not like I'm, doing new shit here, but he needs to pull an Aaron Rodgers because like Aaron Rodgers abandoned his like birth family. And it makes sense because his brother went on The Bachelor, and anyone who thinks it's a good idea to be a Bachelor contestant, you probably shouldn't hang out with them, right?
Agreed.
So I think that's what he needs to do. I honestly think he's too nice a guy, though. Mahomes is. He gives me really like nice guy. Like I'm a family man.
Yeah,
Like Rodgers will do some ayahuasca and fucking let you go. Like you're out of his life. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's say let's put it in perspective. Like we have to keep this family member around, right?
Yep.
Like, because if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling him to remove the last name.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they're
how do you bring him to the games?
Well, so listen to this. Here's my theory, right? This is a overreaction. This is a reaction to an overreaction, right? Because he was like, he gave them a lot of problems last year by doing fucking TikToks on people's like graves and shit, like just being and acting super gay everywhere he went. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think because the Mahomes they're from Texas, very Christian family, right? I think they secretly sent him to one of those like pray the gay away camps, and he came back and really wanted to prove that he's straight now. And so he did a complete course correction and did this. And so I think the best way for them to avoid this situation in the future is you got to pick which evil you want to have. Do you want to have the gay guy who's in denial and is trying to prove to everyone that he's not gay, or would you rather just have the flamer who's, doing TikToks and doing get ready with me's? You know what I mean? Like, which is the lesser evil?
Dude, so what you're I'm gonna take that a step further. Maybe what you're implying is that maybe that this lady was a plant by the Mahomes family to be like, yo, look, my son isn't gay, all right?
No, I think he's trying to prove to his family that he's not gay by raping somebody.
Okay, that's an insane accusation there.
I mean,
I still think he's gay.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's to my understanding, I wouldn't know. I'm not gay, but it's not something you can like change your mind about. You know what I mean? So you go to one of those camps and like there's a great South Park about those camps, but like so they send Butters to it. And because he's bi-curious or whatever, and every roommate, so like he gets there the first time and they open the door and his roommate is like hanging from the ceiling fan, like killed himself. Like kids are like killing themselves all over the camp because like they're brutal, dude. Like some of them, like, I don't know if this is still a thing, but they used like electroshock therapy and like just tried to like essentially traumatize these kids into being straight. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, that's what Mike Pence was supporting, right? A while ago.
Yeah. I think he was like a part of one or endorsed it or something. I don't fucking know. But that's kind of how they come out, is like super buttoned up and just like stick up their ass, kind of like Mike Pence was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so was Mike Pence gay? I know Dave Chappelle said it, so it's probably true as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I say about you sometimes, right? Because every once in a while, we'll just be talking. You'll be like, yeah, man, like, I don't like that gay shit, just out of nowhere, right? And I think you see a lot of times guys who are deeply closeted and not very, they want to make sure everyone else knows they're not gay, right? They need everyone to know. And so when you do that, it kind of sets off alarm bells like, oh, maybe like what's he so angry about? Like, is he angry at God for making him this way? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, but I do not rock with that. Yeah. I'm like, I don't. let's make that clear. Listen, you can do whatever you want, right? You will never see me kiss another man. That's not, unless it's Jackson. That's not right. But unless
it's
it's
the most tolerant thing I've ever. I want the audience to know that's the most tolerant thing that's ever come out of this kid's mouth.
Dude, no. How many times during work, right, have I texted "I want you"? Right, when it'll be like a quiet ass room.
See, that's the second part of it. Like, now that you feel safe with me, you throw out these like super gay things to be like, oh, I'm just kidding,
dude.
Like, I'm just
every
kidding.
guy does
and
it,
then,
bro. Every guy acts gay with.
No.
Bro,
Well,
every
listen.
single guy acts gay with their friends. It's funny, bro. It's hilarious.
Right. But like, there's like, hey, like, I'd like to make out with you, and then there's, I want you, and then texting me a picture of your cock. Like, those are two different things.
That never happened. No. That never happened. No. Don't lie now. Don't lie. I'm not sending no picture of my meat. Pull it up. Pull it up.
I mean, my
Put
phone's
$1,000
dead.
on it. All right, I got my phone right here. Want me to get the iPad? I'll fucking go through our conversations, bro. No, I do not.
To the audience, this is what I mean. Like, he's very intent on proving
No.
Yeah,
No. We ain't. No. First of all, I don't send dick pics, especially on iMessage. That's crazy, right? Like,
why?
If you're good to send a dick pic
that's
on
that's a good
iMessage?
question. How many dick pics in your life have you sent? And be honest with me. Be honest.
Yeah, like on Snapchat, I've only sent them through Snapchat. Maybe like 2, 3. I don't know.
Like
not
2.
Much. Yeah, like it was like
I'm
when I was
trying
like
to
18.
think.
It's like when I was like 18.
Yeah, I was younger. I haven't done it in a long time. You do it when you're younger for sure. I want to say 3, 4, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Not a lot though. I know, like, some guys are into that shit. They also have a larger pool to send them to. Did you ever watch Blue Mountain State?
No.
Where they would send dick pics to each other?
No. Yeah, well, first of all, no, we're gonna backpedal. I didn't send. All right, for clarification.
See, this is what I mean. He's gonna come back and he wants you all to know.
All right, I'm going through our photos right now.
And to me,
I'm going through our photos. Dude, he literally sends me like pictures of like fat chicks, bro. And he's like, I want them. Like, that's worse. Like, he said, you sent me this picture of Tom Brady. All right, you send me this shit, bro. What are we doing? You send me this photo.
To say that Tom Brady was gay. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not a Tom Brady fan. Right?
You're in the closeted Tom Brady supporter. This is the closest thing in our group chat, or not in our group chat, in our text messages I've sent, right, to a dick pic, right? And that's not even like gay. You know what I mean?
What
like,
about the picture of the two guys kissing? I know you sent that before.
Let me see if I don't know if I sent it to you though.
Well, how did I get it?
I must have sent it to Matt, and then he must have sent it to you. Yeah, it's not in here, buddy. All
it's
this
probably
lying.
in a group chat. It's in a group chat. Listen,
yeah, but it was not. It was not
in my phone.
No,
It's all right.
I'll send.
It's all right.
No, no, that's a no. That doesn't happen. I do not, bro. I'm not sending you unsolicited. I don't send dick pics, bro. I'm too old for that shit. Are you gonna come over and wash my back in the shower?
No, not after you fucking, listen, you need to be more.
Oh,
open
that
to
wasn't
this
for you.
shit,
that
right?
wasn't. That wasn't for you, bro. That wasn't even.
Yes,
That
it
was
was.
not. That was
Who
no. That
else
was a
are you
voice
talking
recording.
to?
That was a voice
No,
recording.
see,
Bro.
you did the classic bait and
Dude.
switch there, and
No,
I'm not gonna
Dude.
play your game, okay?
Dude.
Because this is just nonsense. Because
If
you're
you
upset
don't,
that I've
if
outed
you-
you as a deeply
first of all-
closeted gay man. All right, I
First
get
of
it.
all,
I shouldn't have
no.
done that. But
Oh my
only
fuck,
5
stop.
people are gonna
Oh my
watch
fuck,
this.
stop.
Okay, so it's not a big deal.
All right. First of all, we have 27 subscribers, so let's hope on the higher end. No, we have 43. Sorry. Second,
We
every
have like
single.
48 now, actually.
Oh, my bad. We're up there. Flagrant who? You know what I mean? Flagrant
Yeah.
who? Right. But Schultz even made this a point yesterday. You should have been fucking listening. It's not
I was
drinking.
listening.
Every single guy. If you don't act gay with your guy friends, bro, if you don't act zesty,
Wait a minute.
that's
Wait
not.
a
You're
minute.
not normal. Then you are the.
Wait a
Then
minute.
you are the fruit.
You're
cake.
twisting
That's
it.
a fact.
You're twisting it.
No, I'm not.
Listen.
I'm not twisting
He said
it.
He said everyone tries to make their friends look gay.
No, if you don't act zesty with
That's
your
what he
friends, no, they call each other gay for
Listen.
30 minutes. If you don't act zesty with your first of all, Schultz is 40. I'm 22. I'm half of this fool's age. All right, so it's like a different age. But if you don't act zesty with your friends, bro, then
Right.
you're in the closet. Like that's the truth, right?
I agree with that, right? But I'm saying also when you couple that
With what?
with the rage, the out of nowhere, just like
What rage? What
know
are you
exactly
talking
what I'm
about,
talking
bro?
about.
What rage, bro?
you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just and not just towards that group too, like towards other groups. Like one time, let's be real.
chill,
We're
chill,
walking
chill,
home,
chill.
right?
That was a joke. No, we're not doing this on. This episode is not going live. We're gonna talk about jokes, okay? We might as well. Why don't we just fucking go through our group chats and from like when we were 16? I made their
Pull up
jokes are
receipts.
jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes and jokes. Okay. Chill out, bro.
Okay.
All right, let's
We'll
move
chill.
on.
That'll be. We should do that. We should do that one day. Just like go through our group chats once we're. I think that'd be interesting content. Obviously, curate it so we don't get in too much trouble, but
Yeah, for
could
sure.
be-
Have
it
you?
could be interesting.
Have you ever gotten in? Yeah, actually, I think you maybe have mentioned this story. Have you ever gotten in serious trouble from a group chat?
Yeah, dude. Like huge. I don't know if I've told. Well, yeah, I'll tell the story. Who fucking statute of limitations is passed. But so when I was in college, I was on a sports team, and the long and the short of it. So there was this end of the year banquet, right? And if you won the conference, you were invited to the banquet, so you could get your conference ring, right? Mm-hmm. I was not invited because my boat did not win, but some of my friends, they were. And while they were at this event, they were absolutely fucking trashed, okay? Like and this was like the board of trustees is there, like athletic department, like all these very important people. And like my buddies were apparently stealing like wine from behind the bar and like just chugging it in the back and like getting fucking thrashed, right? And when they called up my team to like get their rings, like half of them didn't show up, and they had to like throw up fake people up there to make it look like they were all there. Like it was a nightmare. And they apparently just were degenerates there, right? And it was like on the way back, so we all hung out that night afterwards. And we found one of my buddies. He was just laying face down, like asleep in the street, Like he was at this thing, like in his suit and tie, asleep in the street. So they're blasted, right? And the next Monday they call us in. Like athletic director wants to talk to us next Monday, and so we think we're going to get in trouble for that, right? And we get in, and like the chairman of the board for the whole school is there. Like there's these really important people there, and we're like, fuck, we messed up, right? And they get up in front of us, and they don't even mention that night, right? They just say that over the last few months, they've been looking through our group chats for the past 5 years, and they have some questions they want to ask us, right? And so it's like immediately we're like, fuck, like could we just get in trouble for the other thing? Because it's a group of 40 guys over, multiple years in a group me. There's not good shit in there. Like there are dick pics in there, for example, right? Like not good stuff. There's pictures of people peeing on each other. Like it was not good. And a bunch of shit was said in there too. And so they brought us in for interviews based on who you were and if you said anything in there. They bring you in for your interview, and they had a printout of all the shit that you said. And they just kind of ask you like, hey, so what did you mean by this here, right? I'm trying to think of an example.
Hey, speak close to your mic real quick.
Yeah, there was one. This wasn't me, but this was a buddy of mine, and we had a kid on a visit, like a recruiting visit, and he fell asleep. Like he passed out drunk in his chair, which is bad because he was 17 years old and he was drunk enough to pass out, like on our watch. Not a good look. And then his balls were hanging out of his shorts, right? And so there was a video of us like touching his balls and like trying not to let him wake up. And so it was like whoever woke him up lost, right? And so that's not good because that's sexually assaulting a minor, right? So there were all these things in there that like technically were not good to do. So they were interviewing us about these. Like, so what did you mean by this? Like, why are you all laughing here as you're doing this, right? It's just like a lot of that. And then you get through the interviews and everything. And I think we got probation for like 5 years or however long it was. It like just ended. I've been out of school for like 3 years, and the probation lasted at least an extra year from when I was gone. So like everyone who's a part of it was gone. They were still on probation. They tried to give us the death penalty, but like a couple of the parents on the team were lawyers or something, and they were like, we'll sue the shit out of you, and they didn't want to deal with it. So they were like, we'll put them on probation for a long time. We had to like all these activities we had to do with other teams. We had to like go to their games and like bolster the ticket sales because no one cared about fucking sports at our school. But yeah, so they printed out 5 years worth of group chat from 40 guys, and just the horror in that room when they told us that. Like it was probably like that was my 9/11, right? I'll never forget what that felt like, because it's like it felt like I'm going to be fucked from this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a similar experience. So it was leading to my senior year of high school, right? We're on the football team, and anyone who played football, you have summer practice. So there was a kid on our team who looked like a school threat, and I'm very good. At this point, I was really good with Photoshop, right? I was very talented with it. So he had a picture on his IG of him like wrapping his arm around somebody and going like this. And I took that and I Photoshopped him next to the Columbine guys while they were shooting up the school. All right. It was a really fucked up photo. It doesn't sound that bad, but it was just really fucked up. All right.
Was it them like posing like it was the cover of Full House, or was it like, or were they like popping popping shots, and he was just like chilling.
It was there were one of them. So one of the guys was like popping shots, and the other guy was like standing. So I put him like wrapped around the arm, pointing to the guy, and he was like standing right while the other guy was.
It's like, look at this crazy guy.
Yeah, it was not. Dude, it was not a good photo, bro. And I remember I told the group chat specifically, do not screenshot this. Do not save it. Let this dissolve after 24 hours. All right. First thing.
That, yeah.
Yeah, well, I know, because 6 minutes later, some idiot started screenshotting it and sending it to other group chats. All right?
Yeah.
So, like 2 or 3 days go by, and 2 of my friends get a call from the vice principal, excuse me. And I'm thinking, like, they're just trying to fuck with me. I'm like, dude, there's no way, because I'm the one who made the photo. I didn't get in trouble. Right. Mm-hmm. And then I still remember to this day, I don't remember where I came back from, but I went to go take a shower. And my dad asks me, why did the vice principal of the school just leave me a voicemail questioning you for cyberbullying?
Yeah.
Dude, my heart.
Oh, Dad, I just like, put a picture of the Columbine kids with this guy.
Well, I told my dad that, and he thought it was kind of funny. Right? I was like, yo, he's on my football team, right? Like, we all make fun of each other. But the problem but my dad got mad at me when I told him he was not in the group chat. The guy I photoshopped wasn't in the group chat, so he didn't even see the photo, right? So he said that's where the problem was.
That's a good lesson right there from your dad.
Yeah.
Like, that's good parenting to me. You know what I mean? That's like, if you're going to make fun of someone, do it to their face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we'd make that joke to his face, but remember this time in Snapchat, there's only 15 people, right? And these were the starters. You know what I mean? Right. Yep. So my dad says, "All right, whatever. Let me get you out of it." And dude, during the fucking call that my dad had with the principal, he like was like kind of like raising his tone, right, to kind of like scare the vice principal into like trying to like kind of beat me. In a sense, right? He's like, if that fucking idiot did anything, I swear to God. And the person's like, no, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. So he just wanted to get some more information, right? And he's like, okay, good. He was like kind of playing the character. And then he called my other friend. My other friend came over. He's like, I saved both of you fucking idiots from getting suspended. Good job. Okay. And we still don't know. So this is what happened. We don't know to this day who snitched on us. We had a friend, his parents were like really strict Mormons who like looked at his phone, and then they got mad because like 2 weeks earlier some other kid sent a picture of an aborted baby in our iMessage group chat, right? And they took away his phone because of that. So I think because I said, guys, do not tell anyone, do not send this, I think they saw that, like screenshotted it and then sent it to the principal. But we don't know to this day who snitched on me or who snitched. And I think that right there was like the moment. Well, after that, I stopped using social media. Like, really. Like, I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Instagram in high school anyway. I think we talked about this last time because I can control myself. But like this was like I was like I'm gonna stop making because I used to make like fucked up jokes and like retweet like fucked up shit on my timeline on Twitter all the time. It's like kind of like at that moment. Yeah, it was like those videos like Curry's about to shoot a 3 and then someone's like golfing, like hitting a golf ball into like a girl's ass to like cut into that. Like I used to retweet that shit all the time. But like it was at that moment right there. I was like, all right, dude, I need to like everyone. I'm from California. Like everyone was like a fucking snowflake, and people used to like come and be like, dude, this like offensive. Like I'm like, dude, shut up, you fruitcake. Like no one asked, right? So. That moment right there, because I really thought I was gonna get suspended, and like I was leading to my senior year. I was doing college apps at this time, and like our school was really bored. It was just a bunch of Indians and Asians, so they needed a reason to suspend somebody. Yeah. Like I got an in-school suspension for like missing detention one time. Like it was stupid, bro. It was dumb shit.
I'm not gonna get into detail on here so long story short, my buddy is good at Photoshop as well, and he made this video about this person that I know, and it's the meanest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like it's so mean, but it's so funny. Like It's so funny, but it's so mean that this person it's about would be like on a suicide watch list if they found it. Like it's so I gotta show it to you later. I'm just saying this to you need to remind me. I'm not gonna get into detail on here because like
Yeah.
only three people have this video. Like it's locked down. Like this thing is locked down. Like to see it, like you have to ask someone who has the video, and then like we're not like you don't share it with anyone. Like I had to beg to get it on my phone. Like I had to beg like a little baby.
That's crazy.
But it's fucking funny. I gotta show it to you. I'll show it to you next time I see you. But it's so fucking funny, dude. It's and the effort that the funniest part is the amount of effort he put into making it. You know what I mean? You can. It's like a production, and it's like set to music, and like it cuts like during the like drops of the. It's beautiful. Like it's really a piece of art.
That's
and
incredible.
So I want to share.
That
It
just sounds
because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you've given no context to the video, and anybody who's listening will never see it. But that just
Right.
sounds like a piece of art. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
I wish we could share it with more people, but the person it's about is a friend of mine, and that individual would be devastated if they found it or saw it. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. But like, it's hilarious.
Yeah, but like that's the thing too. Like that's like the mistake I learned like from my incident with that, right? Is like it was lame of me. Like I made the joke to him all the time, like the "you're the school shooter" joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was lame of me to not have him in that group chat and send it. Like that was very
Yes.
lame of me. You know what I mean? And like I was
That's a
16
good-
at the time. I was
Yeah,
very
you're
lame
young.
of me. Right?
Yeah,
And it was funny. And like I would have added him in the group chat, but like I said, it was only 15 people, and like we already had right.
Yep.
But it was like, dude, like it's if you're gonna make like a screwed up joke to someone or bully them, you got to do it in front of their face. And that's why I'm all for bullying. Okay, you can't bully people on the internet. Like that to
Yeah,
me
it's
is not a real
Yeah,
thing.
weak.
Yeah, you can't
Yep.
bully people on the internet. I think that's lame, right? And you need to start. We need to. Listen, I'm all for. You see, like comments like "Let's bring back bullying," right?
Mm-hmm.
But we got to bring back bullying back into the schools, when not like on Discord. You know what I mean? Because
I say this, yeah, I say this a lot. I'm a big fan of bullying in schools. You know what I mean? And I've got a
Yes.
lot of real world examples to prove why. Like,
And by the way, let's clear what our definition of bullying is. It's not like finding like the smartest kid and giving them a wedgie for no fucking reason. It's like
Right,
telling like
right.
it's like telling like a kid. No, it's not even like a kid. It's like telling like your friend, right? Because I don't give a fuck about some random person. Like telling your friend, it's like, hey, dude, Jackson, like you smell bad. You know what I mean? Like let's
you smell
go
like
hit the
shit.
deodorant. Yeah,
right. And make
Right.
it funny so it stings a little bit. But now that guy's
Yeah.
wearing deodorant, and when he happens to pass by an attractive lady, he has deodorant on. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
public service. You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
if I tell you right now, it's like, hey, Jackson, your beard looks like my pubes. Go buy a razor.
Right.
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 Right. So that's obviously I'm telling you that to you. It's like because you don't have a beard as good as mine.
Correct.
So I'm saying, you know, like
Yeah,
I'll
and
share my screen.
I'm not
with
going to
you.
listen to you. I'm not going to listen to you
Yeah.
because I'm holding on to this. Like I'm like Fox Mulder in the X Files. Like I want to believe that I can do this,
Yeah.
and I know that I'm not going to grow a great beard anytime soon. But I really want to believe it. Like
Yeah.
my buddy,
Yeah.
everybody I've had, they know it's a dream of mine to have a nice beard. It's
Yeah.
not ever going to happen. And so I appreciate you doing that. I'm probably not
Yeah.
going to though.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to live with the consequences, right?
That's fair. That's very
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can't have a bunch of pubes on my face and be like, man, why am I not getting laid? You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Because you have pubes on your face, Jackson. Next part. So here's another example. So my brothers are both back from college right now, right? And the one who's a little bit younger than me, he and I sort of acted similar out of the womb, right? The youngest one acted super zesty when he was young, right? Put a lot of, like, he was 8 years old, putting a bunch of gel in his hair. He would put like when Snapchat came out, he put up like Snapchat stories of him like in bed without his shirt on. Like 8 years old, being like, "What you doing, girl?" You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Just acting really weird, right? And so me and my brother, who act normal, bullied the shit out of him, right? We made fun of him. We would screenshot the Snapchat story, send it
Great
back
brothers.
to him. Yeah, you look like a fucking clown, right? And you know, when he was trying to figure it out, right? He hated it, but he came back from school recently and he told us both this a little bit ago, but like he's like, "Dude, I'm so glad you bullied me and taught me how to act." Cuz like he's like, "I can't imagine the gay shit I'd be doing if you guys didn't like set the fucking, you know what I mean? Set the bar." Like he'd be Jackson Mahomes right now. Like minus the rape. Cuz he's a good guy, but
Yeah.
he'd be acting like that. He'd be doing like get ready with me's. You know what I mean?
And the sad thing too is, and we're the last like 15 minutes of this is when we get like philosophical or whatever the fuck
Yep.
that word is, right?
Yep.
The sad thing too is honesty has become synonymous with bullying in today's society, right? Like telling a chick with a beard that I don't want to fuck you makes me transphobic. That's
Right.
that's not the case, right? We need and that's the big concern I have with the people who are gonna like want to have kids, because a lot of people just be having like sex with anything now, and there's gonna be an accident here or there, and I don't want to see like two Discord mods raising a kid and telling them everything's okay. And I think that's why we have so many school shootings, because parents don't know how to tell their kids no. They don't know how to tell their kids honesty. So when I say like, bring back bullying, it's like, dude, just bring back honesty,
Yeah.
bring back like telling it what it is, right? Instead of just dodging the bullet, right?
Right.
Just
Well,
yeah.
like life is so easy now. And so if there's no repercussions for taking the wrong actions, like if you delay those repercussions, right? So if you act like a dipshit, right? Or if you sit at home on fucking Discord all day, you're jerking off to porn, right? You're doing all that shit. You're doing a bunch of dumb shit, and there's no consequences immediately for that behavior. You'll just keep doing it until you find yourself wanting to shoot up your school. You know what I mean? Because that's where that behavior leads. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not going to be happy fucking, twiddling your dick to Lana Rhodes and fucking, you know what I mean? It's just not.
Like if
That's
you
not
bought
the
her
life.
NFT, if you bought her
Right.
NFT, you're a part of the problem. Like that's what I'm
Right.
hinting at.
You're a part of the societal problem, and you're a part of your own fucking problem. You know what I mean? If you're sitting there and you're playing fucking video games all day, you know what I mean? And you're jerking off, and you're doing all this dumb shit, and then you're like, man, I don't know why I can't get laid, or man, I don't know why I can't get a job that's like, that I feel good about. Or it's like, fucking, why do you think, dude? You don't have any skills. You don't have any, like, what do you bring to the table? You know what I mean? And to
Yeah.
bring something to the table, you gotta do shit. And there's no, like, life is so easy now. Like, I can just fucking be a dork, and the government's gonna pay for me to do it now. It's insane.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It is really wild.
I mean, and it's not that hard. You can be a fucking Uber driver and make $240K. I learned that yesterday.
Apparently, yeah, you can. But dude, but even with that, there's a lot of ways to. Okay, the bald guy whose name we shall not say, not because we
Yep.
dislike him, but because algorithm treats him like Voldemort. So I'm not going to say his name. You mentioned this is a good point. I was like, during the whole crypto crash, or sorry, during the whole crypto rise, right when like cryptos are selling left and right, a lot of people made a lot of get rich like money really quick. But now that market's crashed, you have these kids who were like 20, 21 at the time. Now they're like, what, like 24, 25? They built no real skills. That money is going down, and they left college. They were sitting home at Discord. Like post pandemic, their life didn't change, and now they're kind of in a scramble of like, what should we do? Because we just fucking they bought a Ferrari, went on Instagram, said, look, let me teach you my entrepreneur lifestyle. And that money's really just running low because they can't shill crypto dog shit dink doink coins anymore. So
Yeah.
it's so that was I don't know, that was one big problem with the pandemic as well, and it's why I'm really advocating for bringing back bullying now is because like kids just stay home all day. Like I don't go outside anymore and see like kids on their scooters or kids like playing at the basketball as much as I did when I was growing up, right? Because when I
Yeah.
was growing up, the basketball court at my local park was always full. Now kids are playing virtual
Right.
reality. It's not. It's a little scary.
Right. Like yeah, like thinking, I was just talking about my brothers. Like we'd ride our bikes to go play soccer and then basketball, and like ride our bikes home, and like you do it with your friends, and you learn how to fucking talk to people, and you go to sports practice, and you learn how to function on a team. Right? It's like people don't do that shit anymore. But yeah, dude. Well, it's like that's sort of where I get like the feminist thing, right? Where it's like they're like men aren't shit, you know. A lot of them aren't now. You know what I mean?
No, I
But
agree.
what I disagree with is the answer to the question. The answer to the problem is not let's have a bunch of men act like a bunch of women. Like men need to be more many. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, it's 100% needed. And being by the way, being a man doesn't mean like puffing out your chest. It just means like honestly, dude. Even this applies to women too, bro.
Just get
Like
your
women
shit
have the
together.
yeah. Like the
You know?
problem is like decent looking women have the out of OnlyFans, which I think is scary
Yeah.
because I want to see more women in law. I want to see more
Well,
women run businesses and stuff.
they also have the out of latching on to a dude who has money.
Yeah, but that's fine. I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, but I think that's better than fucking making an OnlyFans and then 15 years later, like you're at a
being a
table
whore. Yeah.
and you're like your son's friends find it and your son goes in like deep depression because mommy took 4 fucking dicks.
Yeah.
His mommy did a 4 dicks in 4 days challenge with her fans. Like
Yeah.
it's not a good look, right? Like that's the thing, and like people act like so selfish. It's like I want to see like more women in law, more women like even in sports and like the WNBA and like all that shit. Like I think it's good, right?
I don't know if I want to see that, but
Okay, but the point is, right? Like the point is, I want to see
I'm not
like
trying to watch those games.
well, you don't have to watch it, but it's like okay, well, you don't watch a fucking woman do law on TV. You know what I mean? Like it's not, or you don't watch her like teach science class on TV. Is what I'm saying.
If she's hot, I would.
Okay, weirdo, but the but anyway, men need to also fucking not do that because
I get what you're saying, though.
the male version of doing OnlyFans is being on Discord and playing video games and e-commerce. That's the male OnlyFans is doing fucking e-commerce and making. You can't call yourself a fucking self-made entrepreneur if you're making like 20K a year, and you're just like and you're living in your mom's basement. All right, like you did not beat the system. You know what I mean? Like you did not fall victim to the system. Go get a
Yeah.
job, right? Go build real world skills that you get from working. You build real world skills from going to college, from interacting with kids in your high school, from not fucking being on Discord University, from you build skills, right? You need to build skill through experience, and I think the problem comes from both sides. Like all these like alpha males are telling these guys, "Oh, just sit at home, shill crypto, do e-commerce, don't worry about getting a job." No, yeah, sure, maybe the end goal can be to not have a job and have your own business, but dude, before you learn how to sell something, it's probably best to get some sales experience. With learning how to market something, it's probably best to get some marketing experience before you learn how to interact with other
Yeah.
people. You probably need to like go to college, go to high school, learn how to talk to people, Because you don't want these fucking awkward dorks like the fucking FTX guy running companies with a bunch of other ugly folk, and they're just having these weird, ugly orgies. So, no, we're at weird times, man.
Yeah. Do you think? What do you think that guy's like fetish is? Like, what do you think he's into? If anything,
What
he's
is
vanilla.
what is Sam Bank-Friedman's fetish? That guy.
Yeah.
He comes across as a guy to me who likes getting like taint licked.
Okay. What about him makes you say that?
I don't know. That's just like a weirdo thing to do. Like get your taint licked.
So yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, do you think
Like
he's into? I think he's into like. I think he's into like large women, like.
nah, because we saw the girl
Just
he was fucking.
manhandle him.
Nah, he maybe on the low, but we saw the woman he was fucking. She was not. That was not a pleasant woman to look at. Like maybe he likes ugly chicks.
Right.
But she wasn't large. She was pretty small.
So you're just saying his thing is ugly chicks?
Yeah, like Discord chicks.
Is that a thing? Are chicks on Discord?
Probably. I think most
fucking-
chicks on. I think like they're OnlyFans chicks. Yeah.
Do people have like Discord girlfriends like they used to have like Club Penguin girlfriends?
Dude, I
Were
have
you ever
not.
on Club Penguin, dude?
I was on Club Penguin. That was an elite
I was
game.
on Club Penguin. That was so
That
much
was a
fucking
fun-
fun, dude.
Is Club Penguin still up and running?
That's a great question. Let me give it a goog. The best, and then like when you get a little bit older, and then you realize like that bad words exist, and you can get banned by saying them. That was a fun part of Club Penguin too.
You remember
Yeah,
the
dude, it's
Puffles?
still here. Holy shit! Yeah, dude, I had all the fucking Puffles.
I had a Puffle. Yeah, that was a fun game. Remember like the karate when that thing, like the Dojo Mountain or whatever, came out in Club Penguin?
I don't know.
That was a fun time for the game.
Yeah, dude, it's here. Look at this shit. Welcome to New Club Penguin.
Yeah, but that's the like no, I want like the OG one. I don't want like some weird fucking 3D spin-off where like
I mean, it looks the same. There's probably just like a bigger map. They probably redid the map.
okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, it all looks the same. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I had my igloo. You had to get cool shit for your igloo, but I never paid for it, so I couldn't get like the coolest shit. You know what I mean? I just had like mid igloo.
I had a paid membership. I was a single child, so my mom bought it for me.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Like, I think I had it for a couple of months.
I had other privileges in my life, but a paid Club Penguins subscription was not one of them, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
Had
Yeah, what
like
other
fucking-
games were What other games were popping when we were like little, like super small?
Did you play RuneScape?
A little. I didn't get too into it. I didn't
Yeah.
get too. I know that was obviously a big game.
That was a big one.
Pop Tropica.
I never played that.
Club Penguin, Pop Tropica, RuneScape.
Trying to think of, there was this one. It was you. Were you ever like on addictinggames.com?
Maybe sounds
It
familiar.
was like all these like small ones. So like there was one. It was just like you're like a hitman, and so it's like you're just like shooting like with a sniper. That one was fucking sick. I think it was just called Hitman. No, that's or maybe it was. I don't know. Or like Stick Man. It was like stick figures, and I played that one a lot. There's another one on there. Shit.
No, but what's like the what's like the big games is like when I'm trying like remember like Simpsons Hit and Run, like that was a big one.
I never played that one.
That was dude, wow, that game was really fun.
There was a Batman
Simpsons
one I
Hit-
used to play.
Yeah,
I remember when I was in kindergarten, I got detention. My first detention for saying a bad word, and I wasn't allowed to play that Batman game on the computer for like a week, and it was devastating. Like I was
Yeah.
fucking devastated.
The Wii, the Wii. I mean, it's not a computer game, but the Wii was elite
The
when we
Wii
were
was
kids.
the best. Dude, I'll never
Yeah.
forget that commercial where the Japanese guys go up to the front door and they're like, "We would like to pray," and then they're fucking playing tennis with the family.
Yeah, Wii is elite. What games everyone played Wii Sports. Which one was your
Wii
favorite
Sports.
out of that?
I liked baseball, bowling, and tennis. Were probably my favorite Wii Sports games.
Yeah, my dad learned what baseball was through that.
Did he really?
He's like, "What is this? This is not cricket."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
similar to
confused.
cricket. That's funny
Crazy.
shit.
Yeah, Wii tennis was elite. Wii bowling was fun too, and like that's the thing too. Video
Those are
games
my
back in the
favorite,
day, video games back in the day, you would lose some calories playing, bro. Like if you were really
Yeah,
into it.
but like you could also sit on your ass. Like they kind of marketed the Wii as like you'll be playing it, you know what I mean? And like up and doing it. It's the same thing like how VR is now. They're like, "Oh, you'll be like moving around and like storming the beaches of Normandy," but you're just fucking sitting there going like this, looking like a weirdo.
Yeah, I've actually never done VR. I've never
I
done
haven't
that
either.
shit.
I'm well, maybe no, I haven't. I've never been.
We never got our Oculus to send to us, so
Yeah, fuck you, guy.
that's funny.
No one knows that
Yeah.
are all right, yeah, we never got our Oculus. Although his didn't work, so karma's a bitch.
That's fun. Yeah, did you play? I had a DS too. Did you play all the Pokemons growing up?
I played Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then was it Ruby Sapphire was the next one?
Yeah, so that was on the Game Boy though, right?
Yeah, those are the only two I ever played. I never played on the DS. I didn't have a DS. My brother had a DS, and he like bragged the shit out. He was like, "Look at this fucking thing." I never got one.
Why didn't you get one?
I think he like wanted it for his birthday, so he got it one year, and I just never I never got one. Like there was never a point where I was like, "That's what I want for either Christmas or my birthday."
I got the DS for my birthday. I remember.
Yeah.
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 I played Pokemon or not Pokemon, the Teen Titans Go game. I think that was on the Game Boy. And that was an elite game
Yeah.
as well. I don't know if you ever played that.
I remember, dude. There was this SpongeBob game on the OG Xbox.
I know what you're
that we
talking
played.
about.
Yeah,
I know
it's like
exactly
it's
what
like
you're
an
talking about.
open world
Mm-hmm.
SpongeBob game that was like beyond its time. I remember that like it was yesterday. I also remember, so both my brothers are in town, but like when one of them got old enough, it got to the point where he and I would have to like take turns on the Xbox. You know what I mean? And that was a pain in the ass for both of us because like we both want to play, but it's like we both can't work on our Madden franchise at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like we had to take turns. And then my third brother got old enough to where he wanted to start playing. And we're like, no way we're fucking splitting these turns 3 ways, right? Like we're not going to get anything done here. And so what we started doing was giving him a controller without any batteries in it and just telling him he was playing with us. And he, like, it took him a little bit to figure it out. And he,
How old was he, bro?
I don't remember, but like when he figured it out, it was like the worst day of my life. It was like, fuck, now we got to start giving him his turn. And me and Brooks, so I'm the oldest, Brooks is the middle, and then Griffin's the youngest. So me and Brooks would like switch our turns, and then we'd like just try and bully him out of getting his turn. We'd just be like, "No, you already played, dude." And he'd be like, "No, I didn't." We just fucking gaslight him and being like, "You already had your turn, dude." And then like he'd go into my mom. Yeah, exactly. You missed your turn, dude. You were in the bathroom. And
You shouldn't have washed your hands.
yeah, exactly. And he would like go into my mom and just be like, "They fucking, took my turn," and she'd get all pissed because that's the last thing she wanted to deal with, right? That was a lot of my time growing up was trying to screw that kid out of his turn.
What should do kids like play and watch now? Because like I seen SpongeBob, that shit's garbage. Like, what do kids watch now? Like, do they just watch TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know if there were like shows because like when I was growing up, dude, the Elite like it was a 4 hour block, a 2 hour block. We go 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So on Nickelodeon, it went from Fairly Odd Parents to Jimmy
Elite,
Neutron
elite,
to SpongeBob
very elite.
to Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Another great show.
and then Drake and Josh would go after that. So it was actually like 2.5 hours. But those would all go back to back to back to back to back, and it was the fucking best.
Yeah, coming back from school and like watching that shit, just sitting on the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was so nice. I remember we'd watch them when my mom was out of town. We'd watch them all in her bed.
Yeah. Did you watch Cartoon Network like what was it, like Foster's Home, Imaginary Kids, or something like the Foster Home for Imaginary Kids, or some shit like that? Did you watch that show growing up?
No, I wasn't the biggest Cartoon Network guy. Like everyone had like their show they weren't allowed to watch, and mine was Ed, and Eddie. And whenever we asked why, my mom was just like, "That show's gonna make you fucking stupid. Like you can't watch this." She's like, "My kids aren't gonna be retarded. Like you're not watching this." She said it nicer because we were young, but like that's essentially what she meant. It was like I'm not having dumb shit kids. Like you're not watching this. I don't know why
Dude.
that one because they were all like that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But she picked that
What-
one specifically.
When did your parents like start letting you watch like Family Guy and like Simpsons and like those like older like those type of like adult cartoons? I guess.
I give my mom shit about this a lot. It's like she had me watching like traumatizing shit when I was like young. So I watched. Do you know what Schindler's List is?
Yeah, I think a great movie.
I saw that when I was like 9 years old.
Why?
I don't fucking know. She was like, you need to learn about the Holocaust. So we watched Schindler's List, and I was like, this is fucked up. There's a ton of examples like that where I watched like dark shit like way too young.
But she wouldn't let you watch Ed and Eddie or like Family Guy.
Yeah. I started watching. She showed me my first episode of South Park. I remember it was the rainforest one. I was 12 years old, and like my life changed after that. South Park is like my religion now. Like some people go to church every Sunday. I watch South Park.
Yeah, my dad showed me the first time I got a sense into like adult comedy. I think a Simpsons movie was like the first thing, maybe.
Yeah.
And then he started showing me stand up. I think like Russell Peters, and then I saw a Chappelle show after that. But that was like through myself just searching. And then I saw Family Guy.
Yeah.
And then I remembered like growing up as a kid, I wanted to do stand up or do like what Seth MacFarlane does and like write for like a TV show. But now TV writing sucks, and stand up's great. So obviously, I don't want to.
You'd
I want
have
to
to
go one
do-
direction.
You'd have to do it. You have to get like a deal where like you have creative control and all that shit. Probably have to do it on Netflix now. Like you can't get on network TV.
Yeah,
Like, do
for
that
like
kind of shit. Unless you're already like grandfathered in. You know what I mean? Like if you're South Park or Family Guy, that's kind of like. Well, Family Guy stinks now, but it's because I
oh,
don't think
so
South,
all cartoons suck. SpongeBob sucks. Family Guy
South Park's
sucks.
still good, dude.
I didn't watch much South Park growing up, and I still
Yeah.
don't watch. I don't really have time anymore to watch TV. But like growing up, I didn't get really watch it. We had Comcast and never showed on Comcast.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it was on Comedy Central when I was growing up. It's on HBO Max now, but that's like my holy grail of comedy. That's like how I got into it with South Park.
Yeah. What were the first comedians you watched to get into comedy? I remember the order I've seen my guys. Russell Peters first.
Yeah,
I saw Dave Chappelle and like I saw a Chappelle show, right? But I knew he was a stand-up from other shit. And then I remember in 2014, I saw the Bill Burr special at my friend's house. It was the black and white one, and that I don't forgot what it's called, like Tiger or something like that, like something like that.
Paper Tiger is not.
Which one was the one that was in black and white? It came out in 2014.
It's either I think it's I'm sorry you feel that way.
It can be. I don't know. It was the one in black and white,
Yeah, let
and
me
I
double
just
check.
remember dying of laughter
Pretty sure
watching
it's
that
I'm sorry you
Bill Burr.
feel that way.
I'm gonna probably watch that shit again tonight, bro. Like clean the
Yeah,
house.
he's a fucking legend. But
Top 3.
let me find it. But yeah, so the first guy I saw was it was actually Dane Cook is the first comedian I ever saw who is not the best of all time, but at one time he was like the guy, like the most popular guy. Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. So he's the first guy I saw, and then I'm trying to think who else. Ricky Gervais was a guy I saw, but when stand up like became like the first thing I connected to in stand up, I was like, this is awesome. Was Bill Burr like it? Yeah, my buddy, who's a fan of stand up and has been for a long time. He was like, you Jackson would love this guy because it's like he talks like you do. He says the same shit. And he's like is super fucking funny. He's like, you would love this guy. And so, I mean, he was 100% right. Like it was like fucking love at first sight. Like I love Bill Burr so much. I love all his stuff. He's fucking hilarious to me. Your audio went out, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of ready to call
crunching.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm done too. I was just
I'm
finishing
good.
chewing, finishing half a bag of this. So
All right. To anyone who made it this far, listening to our childhood, I don't know why you were fucking listening to all that, but we enjoy you being here. We appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on this. Our Instagram, our personal Instagrams, come check it out. We appreciate you checking us out. Rohan, you got anything to say to the lovely people?
yeah, go bully your classmates.
Yeah, go make fun of your friends. Yeah, other than that, peace.